record now. Okay.
Thanks for doing that.
And
Doing a
yeah,
new
of
one.
course. I felt like I was like under pressure.
Talk faster.
I know. All right. Can you guys see my screen says Instagram story marketing? Okay. All right. So I have an Instagram course where I teach this in greater detail, and there are more ways to pitch sales. However, these are three structures that I've found to be very, very effective on Instagram stories. And really, all they require is that you speak to your camera, as I mentioned earlier. So, in a direct pitch, you are talking to a problem that your audience experiences. So for me, that might be, I know you feel like you're showing up all the time on Instagram and you're still not getting any new clients. That's a struggle that my ideal target audience faces. So think for you, what's a struggle, and you can make a list of struggles that your ideal client faces, and then you're going to relate to them and say, like, I get it because I've been there, or I understand because I help so many clients that experience that as well. And the next part of that direct pitch is you are going to then tell them that you have the solution. I say, listen, I know that you're having trouble finding clients on Instagram. Well, I've created my course. It's called Social Skyrocket Academy, and that is exactly what I'm going to show you how to do. So in your case, think about, okay, what solution do I have for them? When I was a Beachbody coach, I'd say, like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired as a mom. I get it. And I've found that when I just like moved my body for 20 minutes, I got all this energy. And so that's why I created this wellness group for moms. So what do you have that solves the problem for them? And then you're going to create some kind of FOMO. That's really important in a direct pitch. Like, what's going to happen if they don't reach out to you for more information? They're going to be stuck. They're going to be stuck feeling the way they felt before. And if you don't know how your ideal client's feeling, or you can't think of these problems, this is a good place. And this is something I suggest you do every now and again. It's really important that you make a list of pain points, make a list of struggles that your clients are facing, because that is what gets people hooked into wanting to buy, is to solve a problem. It's one of the biggest driving factors in sales, is that people want to solve a problem. It's certainly not the only reason people buy. But it is a huge one, is to solve a problem. They want to feel better. They want to, whatever it is. So FOMO, what's going to happen if they don't, or FOMO could be, this is a limited time offer. This is a promo that's going to go away. There's so many ways to create FOMO. And then in the direct pitch, you need a really, really clear call to action. Send me a DM and, tell them exactly what to do. Click the link in my bio, send me a DM. What is it they're going to do? And to take action so that they can get more information from you or have that conversation. The next kind of Instagram story marketing pitch that I teach in my course is the indirect pitch. And this one is like, just really casual, because we don't want to be in people's faces and reminding them of their struggles all the time, because, we just don't want to create that vibe. So an indirect pitch is, when you're just casually talking about your offer on your stories. And I like to do this by talking about the work that I'm doing. Like if I'm creating a new bonus material for my course, let's say, I might go on my stories and be like, oh, I'm sitting down to create this new, engagement boosting checklist that's going to be uploaded as a new feature in my course. I can't wait to roll it out to my course members. If you want to ever learn more about my course and everything that it entails, send me a DM. So it's much more casual. It's just kind of like mentioning it, because again, you don't always want to be selling in people's face. And then the last kind of pitch here is the outcome pitch. And that's where, instead of the direct pitch where you're leading with the problem, the outcome pitch, you're leading with what's the transformation going to be? What are they getting at the other side of purchasing from you or working with you? And so for me, it could be like, do you want 3 to 5 new clients showing up in your inbox every month? There's the outcome. So think about what the outcome is and then follow it up with those other steps in the direct pitch. Here's what I have to offer you. Here's how I'm going to show you, show them what the A to B is. Like, here's how I teach you that, or here's how I deliver those results to you. Or here's how I make you feel like I just promised you I could. And then again, a clear call to action with the outcome pitch, just like with the direct pitch. What are they doing? What action should they take? Whereas in the indirect pitch, we're kind of like casually just being like, DM me, or, whatever. In between these stories, we're also doing other things on our stories. We're not always pitching sales because people get tired of that. So, like today I was sitting on the beach and I, took a picture of my kids on the beach. I'm going to put that on my story. Or, I talked on my stories today about how I was doing this masterclass. And, I just like to go on my stories and just share what's going on in your day. And it can literally take 2 seconds. It doesn't have to be this big thing, but people are nosy. They want to know what's going on in your life. And it doesn't have to be, the deep, dark secrets of your life. It could just be like, yeah, hey, I'm sitting on the beach today, or, whatever. I said I was working out this morning. It's not something that takes a lot of time, but that in between stuff keeps people entertained, keeps people getting to know you, builds that level of trust, and then they'll see this content as well, which is what we want. We want most people to see this content, that we have something to offer them, because if we're not talking about our offer, they don't know it exists. Okay, and that's why these are important to include. So bridging from trust to sale. So we've been talking about how to gain trust, and we've talked about those pitches. So really my biggest advice here is to spend time in the DMs. If you are using those story marketing pitches, and let's say you use a poll and say like, do you want to know more about this offer that I have? And people click yes, spend time in the DMs with them and really get to know them better, saying like, oh, what attracted you to wanting to know more about this? Or, tell me more about the problems that you're facing, or, tell me more about your life, whatever it is that relates to your offer that you have to sell to them. Get to know them better, get to know them on that next level, because that's really what is going to help you make that sale. Whereas if someone says, yeah, I'm interested in learning more, and you say, okay, here's the link to my website, it just doesn't bridge that trust to sale as well. Another thing that you can do is create free content. This is an example right here of free content. I put out free content all the time on my page. I nurture the heck out of my audience. I give so much for free that people think like, oh my gosh, what would happen if I paid her? Like, I can't imagine the level of support that I get. That's kind of how you want to make people feel. And then, grow an email list. If you are not growing your email list, just start now. It's never too late. But, I talk about Instagram and I teach Instagram full well knowing that tomorrow Instagram could go away altogether. It could just be completely done tomorrow. And where would that leave me? Sure, I have other ways that I know I can run my business. But without my email list, I lose everyone. I lose my entire audience, and I have to start my audience over from scratch. So grow your email list. And there's so many ways for you to do that on autopilot that you don't really have to do it manually. But if you're not starting, definitely start that now. So I do want to talk to you guys really quick about my course, just so you know it exists. This is what my course is about. So if you want to talk to me more about the course and you guys are like, I learned a lot today, but I really want to level up. This shows you how to land several clients coming to you in the DMs every month. And these are what the module's about. I am still running. I swore to myself that last month I was going to end my beta testing price because I have 10 beta testers that have been doing amazingly with the course. And I was like, you know what though? I really want to keep this price right now because I want to make it more accessible to people. And I'm going to support the people that come into my course for 6 months. So that means you have access to me through a DM chat group every single day. You can ask me as many questions as you want. And I have a private group where, you know, you can post whatever's going on in your business and get immediate feedback. I'm going to be bringing in specialized people, all kinds of things. So if you want to learn more about my course, I'm happy to chat with any of you guys about it and really what it's done for people. And what these are the exact things that I've been doing for the last 3 years that have just grown my business, even when I can't show up all the time because I have 2 kids and I am very busy. I don't have much help with my kids. Like I can do this course right now because they're napping. So, you know, I just have developed these systems that are in place. And I want to give you guys some bonuses. If you are interested in learning more about my course, I'm going to throw in a free one-on-one strategy call with you to help you specifically with your business. Because I do host 2 mastermind calls a month in my course, but those are group coaching where anybody in the course can hop on and anybody can ask for support. But I'm going to throw in a free one-on-one so that we can help you with, you know, your specific needs just in a private conversation and get you some branded Instagram templates, which is a new offer that I am just rolling out. And I have found like done for you offers are amazing. If somebody else is going to take work off of your plate, this is outsourcing is a whole video that I'm going to be adding to my course about how to unload some of your work onto other people's plates without spending much money. The next 2 people, and this is not just for this group, but the next 2 people who sign up for my course are getting 10 done for you posts. So the templates are for you to use over and over and over again, and anybody who signs up is going to get that. But 2 people that sign up within the next 2 people that I have signed up for my course, I'm going to have my team create 10 posts for you with like the captions and everything done. So that's that. Again, if you want to know more about it, I don't run my business on being salesy or pushy. So you can feel free to DM me and we can have an honest conversation about if you want to learn about my course. Don't feel like I'm going to talk you into something you don't want to do, because I really only, you know, want people in my course that really feel it's right for them. And I feel like it's a good fit for you as well. So what questions do you guys have for me? Do you have any questions that you want me to answer before we hop off? I know we covered a lot in this little bit of time, but if you think of questions later, you can always send me a DM on Instagram. Or if you
I have a
are,
question.
go for
I
it.
have a question. So back to the Instagram bio, you know how you were saying that you could add the call to action in there or leave it out either way, because there isn't a lot of space to fit everything that you need in there. Do you think that it's more important to have the call to action, or is it more important to have more information about what you're offering for your followers, if you had to choose?
I would absolutely say more information about what it is that you have to offer.
Okay.
Because that's what's going to get people, like I said, feeling like, okay, this page is meant for me and it's something that I need, which turns into follows.
Okay, cool. I have another question. Back to like niching down. And I know they always, I'll say that you have to like have like a really specific niche, right? So like how specific do you think it needs to be? Like, does it need to be like the exact age range, the exact like career, the, you know, all of that? Or is kind of like a mid-range, like for me, like my focus is middle-aged women, basically, you know?
Right.
Do you think that that is too broad of a niche?
So I think that that answer to that question is different for different people, but what you put out publicly on your page, you can say, helping women, let's like women's broth, right? Helping women, feel like confident in their clothes or whatever you want to say. That would be really broad. Whereas you, like, if you said like helped, middle-aged women, XYZ, that's more specific. But what you put on your profile might be a little more broad. Like right now, mine says helping business owners organically grow on Instagram. That's very broad. But when I am thinking about my ideal client and I'm creating content, I have a very specific person in my head that I'm envisioning and that I'm picturing, and I'm creating my content with them in mind. Like when I'm typing my captions, I'm like imagining I'm sitting at a table and speaking to them. So what you put in your profile, yes, while you want it to have that niche feel to it, like it's a certain specific thing that you do, your ideal client on paper can be more specific than what you're actually putting in your profile.
Okay. Anybody else have questions? You guys all asleep?
Well, thank you guys so much for hopping on and being patient with the technology and stuff. Like I said, send me a DM on Instagram. I'd love to connect with you there and see what you have going on your page as well. And pick somebody to do an Instagram bio audit, which I totally forgot to even say when I was going through the bio, that the reason that I offer bio audits as a service is because you can see how much your bio itself can make or break what's going on your page. And so what a bio audit is, it's a detailed report. It's almost like a report card where I give you a score on all those things that I talked about, a score between 1 and 3, about things that you need to change or could use work, or things that are perfect as they are. So you could get some validation like, okay, yes, that looks right. And here's some spaces that I can improve to optimize my bio to make sure that it is set up to sell. So I'm gifting that to one of you guys for free. And I will also give in the report really specific suggestions about what you can change about your profile, or just tell you what exactly is looking awesome and you should keep.
That's so cool. Thank you for
you.
doing
Thank you,
that.
Erin.
Yes,
This
of
was
course.
a beautiful presentation, Erin. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was a great training for sure. Definitely.
I really appreciate that. And thank you guys for hopping on and taking the time out of your day. So looking forward to connecting with you guys more, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you,
Thank you
Erin.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.